Novi. It's to Orr to Clark at center, and he backhands the puck into the corner where Holachuk steers it to Mikaj. At the Czechoslovakian line, knocked to center. Chernik, number 14, in over the line. Watched by Savard, a backhand shot, and the rebound just goes through the crease. In front, Bobby Orr. Ahead now to Reg Leach as Team Canada comes back. Leach takes a check from Chernik, and both players will go off as they started to rough it up outside the Czechoslovakian blue line. So we have a penalty very early in the hockey game. As we get another look at it, Ken.
Leach has handed a pretty good check by Chernik, and then Leach high sticks and cross-checks him afterwards. I guess it's a double penalty.
So 25 seconds have been played here in the opening period, and we have both teams a man short. Chernik of Czechoslovakia and Leach of Team Canada.
Chernik, 2 minutes pour obstruction. Et au Canada, le numéro 28, Reggie Leach, 2 minutes pour bâton élevé à 25 secondes. The penalties to Czechoslovakia, number 14, František Chernik, 2 minutes for interference, and to the Team Canada, number 28, Reggie Leach, 2 minutes for high stick at 25 seconds.
Gilbert Perreault and Vladimir Martinez get set for the face-off. It's back to Dennis Potvin at center, to Guy Lafleur on the right. Lafleur clears it in off Martinez's skate, and it goes to Bubla. Bubla, long pass at center for Stachny. Intercepted, back comes Team Canada. Lafleur's shot, handled by Holachuk into the corner, and cleared out to Martinez at center ice. Martinez returns it to Keuchel. Milan Keuchel's long shot, and Vachon kicks that one up. Guy Lafleur behind his own net, leaves it there for Potvin. Potvin right in front, returns the pass. Lafleur at center, tries to get it to Lapointe, too far for him. He goes racing in behind the Czechoslovakian goal. In front, no one there, as that pass from behind the net. Guy Lafleur goes all the way down the ice. Dennis Potvin back for it. We have 1 minute and 10 seconds remaining in the minor penalties. Potvin, a lead pass to Guy Lafleur at center to Gilbert Perreault. In over the line, right in front of the goal. He shoots. Scores! As he caught the bottom right-hand corner.
Lafleur hits Perreault perfectly, and Perreault shows the speed that he has demonstrated for years in the NHL. A good deke, and shifting it back into the stick-hand corner.
There it is, Gilbert Perreault scoring his 4th goal of the competition, and it gives Canada a 1-0 lead. Gilbert Perreault getting the goal from Lafleur and Potvin at 1:25.
It'll be interesting to see what kind of an effect that has on the Czechoslovak team. In particular on Holachuk, who had problems in the exhibition game against Team Canada, and also has had other problems against North American teams. He had a rough night against Team USA. And in talking to the Czech coaches, they feel as if at that time he had lost his confidence in playing against North American teams, that there were a different style of play and that was affecting him. And to have a goal scored on him as soon in the game, after only 1 minute and 25 seconds, certainly does not make him feel very good.
And they continue to do a little patchwork on the ice here at the Montreal Forum.
It's a very hot night tonight in Montreal, and I think that because of the heat and also because of the use of the ice, the extensive use in the last 24 and 48 hours, that the ice is not in good shape. Here's another shot of Perreault's goal. He breaks around Bubla very, very quickly, and it's a tough play for a goaltender, especially with somebody like Perreault, who has such a variety of moves.
That was Gilbert Perreault's 9th shot of the series, and he has scored 4 goals. Canada 1, Czechoslovakia no score. Halupa to Peter Stachny back inside the Czechoslovakian line. Borjak takes a check from McDonald, and back comes Czechoslovakia, led by Stachny. Peter Stachny clears it off the boards, out of the net. Vachon steers it to the corner where Orr has it. Orr, turned around by Peter Stachny, goes back in behind his own goal. We have 32 seconds remaining in the minor penalties to Chernik and to Reggie Leach. Or at center to Sittler, too far for him, and it's taken by Holacek, and Czechoslovakia will try again. Here's Stashny. Breaking down the right side, watched by Robinson, taken out of the play. Carrying on, though, is Peter Stashny. Back to Halupa. And Vashon stops that, and Daryl Sittler breaks away. His back pass intercepted by Stashny. He gives it to Vorjak, and out to center now is Marian Stashny. A backhand shot right into the Team Canada zone. McDonald to Robinson. Robinson right in front of his own goal. McDonald coming up on the right side to center ice. Both teams are back at full strength. Puck is in the Czechoslovakian zone. Vorjak runs against Shutt. Here's Milan Novi. Novi, number 6, a clearing pass to Augusta. He takes it, tries to get it to Chernik, and it failed to click. McDonald knocks Novi down. Back comes Sittler, but he couldn't reach the puck, and it's taken by Mikov. Mikov breaks a deep shot. His shot wide, but it's offside at the Czechoslovakian blue line.
The Czechs certainly can't be very happy about being down 1-0 in a potentially deciding game this early, but at least they are skating tonight. And that is the way that they can be successful against Team Canada. They have great team speed when they do head-man the puck, when they do break for open spaces. They are doing that, and they are creating near chances, at least at this point.
And we've played 3 minutes and 3 seconds here in the opening period, and it's Canada 1, Czechoslovakia 0. Phil Esposito, shot, more! Esposito! And it's 2-0 for Canada.
It appears as if Coach Starshey has decided to make a goaltending change, and Vladimir Zarilla will be coming in. Here is Esposito using the defenseman as a screen, shooting along the ice to the stick-hand corner. Difficult shot.
This is Canada Cup 76 on CTV. Back to the Montreal Forum. It's Canada 2 and Czechoslovakia no score. Puck taken by Bubla, and we have a change in goal. Vladimir Zarilla in goal for Czechoslovakia, replacing a rather shaky Yuri Holacek.
Well, certainly if Holacek was not shaky up to this point, he certainly became so after 2 goals. Here's another look at the goal. And the pass was made to Esposito. A good quick shot. It was difficult, I'm sure, for Holacek to pick it up, as it did go through his defenseman's legs. But I think, as you said, Bernie, he is becoming increasingly shaky, and it certainly was the time to make a move.
That goal by Esposito from Potvin at 3:09 of the opening period. Esposito's 4th goal of the Canada Cup Series. Back comes Canada. Perrault over the line. McDonald was brought inside the blue line by Stashny, and it'll be an interference call, I believe, to the Czechoslovakian player. And Canada getting a power play opportunity here early in the first period.
Stastny and Lanny McDonald somehow became entangled, and referee Dahlberg suggested it was because of interference on the part of Stastny. I don't think Stastny liked the call very much.
So Canada with the power play. Perrault at center with Marcel Dion, Bobby Hall, Bobby Orr, and Dennis Potvin. Potvin, number 6, with the white helmet, has the puck, gives it to Perrault. Perrault in over the line, offside. Again at the Czechoslovakian blue line. In the penalty box, Bohuslav Stashny for Czechoslovakia. And that penalty interference at 3 minutes and 40 seconds. Face-off outside the blue line, cleared down the ice. And going back for it is Dennis Potvin. We've played exactly 4 minutes here in the opening period. It's Canada 2 and Czechoslovakia no score. Bobby Orr in front of his own goal. Ahead to pass to Gilbert Perrault. Over to Marcel Dion. Dion trying to get by Keuchel. Knocked out of the play. Keuchel goes after the puck. Dion's up. Hull gives it back to Orr. Off the boards and cleared down the ice by Ivan Halinka. Here's a chance for Martinet. His shot, and Vashon picks that up. Orr, number 4. Up to his own blue line for Canada. 1 minute and 10 seconds remaining on the Czechoslovakian penalty. And it's offside with Marcel Dion going over on the left wing side ahead of the puck carrier. The 2 goals by Perrault and Esposito were scored 1 minute and 44 seconds apart here in the opening period. Perrault and Esposito, the goal scorers. We have 1 minute and 9 seconds now remaining in that minor penalty to Stachny of Czechoslovakia. Esposito, Barber, and Lafleur now out for Team Canada. The defensive pair of Orr and Potvin remain out there. Potvin has trouble with the puck. Watched there by Marion Stachny. And Esposito has it at center ahead to Lafleur, offside again, as Lafleur tried to break in over the blue line to take that pass from Esposito.
I think that Team Canada has to be a little bit concerned about, or conscious of at least, is that there's still 55 minutes to go in the game, and not to try to open it up to really raise the score. There's a long time to go yet.
Offsides, Canada has been called 5 times here in the opening period, while Czechoslovakia have been called just once on the offside. Canada, though, leads 2-0 as Orr goes behind his own goal, and we've played exactly 5 minutes and 3 seconds here in the opening period. Bill Barber at his home blue line for Canada. Over to Guy Lafleur inside the line, watched by Stachny, and it's taken by number 9, Borjak of Czechoslovakia. Out to center, puck goes loose, and it's Phil Esposito, number 7. Up to the Czechoslovakian line, over to Bobby Orr, offside again. This time Barber was inside. 16 seconds remain in the penalty to Stachny. And we have a complete change now with Bobby Clark coming out to center. An interesting statistic about Bobby Clark is that, in fact, he's only had 1 shot on goal in the entire Canada Cup Series. He has not scored a goal. He has 1 assist so far. And just 1 shot. Now you compare that to 23 shots by Bobby Orr. Quite a difference. Kept in by Lapointe at the Czechoslovakian line into Reg Leach. Leach tries to return the pass, and it comes outside and all the way back to center. Savard, number 18 for Canada. He's checked. Here's Novi going in with Augusta. Novi gets set. Oh, and stopped by Vashon. Both teams back at full strength. Vashon stopping Novi and Augusta as they broke in. This is Canada Cup 76 on CTV. Welcome back to the Montreal Forum. Bernie Pascal along with Ken Dryden. Canada 2 and Czechoslovakia no score. Face-off inside the Team Canada blue line. It's taken by Guy Lapointe. Lapointe is watched by Novi, clears it down the ice, and Mikos for Czechoslovakia clears it, but Clark has it. Clark a long pass for Barber, and he had trouble controlling it as Augusta has it for Czechoslovakia. Runs into Reg Leach. Helped by Pospisil, who takes Leach out. There's a shot in front, and Barber is stopped by Vladimir Zarilla.
Although Bobby Clark has only had 1 shot on goal, there was good evidence of what Bobby Clark can do. He's an excellent forechecker, and he really is a very major part of this hockey team. He's a driving force whenever he's on the ice. Here's the replay there with the action along the boards. But Clark, just by his presence in the lineup, really means an awful lot to the Team Canada hockey team. And it's no secret that Clark is playing with a very painful Achilles heel injury, and yet he's still very, very effective.
Back to Hull. His shot deflected high over the glass and out of play. And ready now for the face-off again as we look at Prime Minister of Canada, Pierre Elliott Trudeau, and his wife, Margaret. And also the British Prime Minister, James Callaghan, his special guest here at the game at the Montreal Forum. There's Hull's shot, and Zarilla kicks at him. Bubla, number 19, down the ice, back into the Canada zone, and it's a 2-line offside pass.
As well as having to generate more offense, which the Czechs have not done that much of up until this stage, they're really going to have to tighten up defensively. In the last couple of minutes there, even in the last minute, 2 good scoring chances that could have resulted in goals, and another goal or 2 at this stage in the game is really going to be terribly critical for the Czechs.
Gilbert Perreault, number 11, out there with Marcel Dion and Bobby Hall. Again, Halinka will take this face-off against Perreault. At least they were scheduled to, but both a little over-anxious, and they're waved out. And Martinez, number 10, and Marcel Dion move in. Both teams are at full strength. The puck comes to center. Larry Robinson slaps it off the boards in behind the Czechoslovakian goal. Marcel Dion runs into Stachny, or keeps it in. His backhand shot goes high and wide of the net. Martinez clears it out to center. Back comes Czechoslovakia. Halinka in over the line, gets set, and Orr stops that with escape. Perreault back for Canada. Down the right side, in with Bobby Hull. Drops it back. Hull shot. Oh, and it was a sizzler and went high over the glass. No question about it. Bobby Hull hasn't lost any of that power behind the shot, Ken.
No, he hasn't, or if he has, it's certainly not noticeable to anybody, least of all goaltenders.
Canada 2 and Czechoslovakia no score. And Peter Mahavlich out there with Peter Stastny. Stastny is knocked out of the face-off circle, so Marian Stastny comes in. Shot goes right to Zarilla, and Czechoslovakia up with the puck. Got to the blue line, but not out. They'll try again. Halupa this time gets it ahead. Here's Pozar, number 23, in over the line. Drops it back. Stastny's shot hits the side of the net. As Vachon stretched for it, but couldn't quite reach it. Into the corner, Augusta. He's tied up there by Lapointe. Gets the puck back into the corner. Peter Mahavlich runs into the Czechoslovakian player. And now Lapointe will try again. Gets by one Czech. Pozar takes a jolt from Lapointe. And they freeze the puck along the boards right underneath our broadcast location at the Montreal Forum.
In the midst of all that was Steve Shutt. There's a look at Guy Lapointe jamming up along the boards. Lapointe comes in and hits Pozar quite hard, and then everybody follows in.
Canada 2 and Czechoslovakia no score, and it's Guy Lapointe, number 5, inside his own line. 12 minutes and 18 seconds remain in the opening period. Stastny backhands it to Peter Stastny, and Steve Shutt breaks away. Shutt watched by Borjak, gets by him over to Lafleur, and Zarilla steers the puck into the corner. Out to the blue line and over, and we've played exactly 8 minutes now in the opening period. Off the skate of Stastny right into the Czechoslovakian zone where Borjak has it, number 9. Borjak, a long pass out for Stastny, too far for him, and Darryl Sittler's out there now for Toronto. Of the Toronto Maple Leafs out there for Team Canada. Gets it back to Orr off the boards, hits Gainey, and back comes the Czechs. Chernik, number 14, racing down in over the line. Chernik takes to the side, and it knocks off a skate. Chernik will try again, gets it back. Here's Mikosh, and his shot goes wide. Milan Novi in front, taken by Darryl Sittler. Sittler's pass intended for McDonald, knocked down by Pospisil, and it's Augusta to Chernik. Chernik is checked by Sittler, gets the puck again. Orr scoops it ahead with his glove, and it's Pospisil clearing it right back in. Serge Savard behind his own net, watched by Chernik, gets it over to the far side. Novi had it momentarily, runs into Savard, and they'll have a face-off again. This is Canada Cup 76 on CTV. Vachon has gone 121 minutes and counting without allowing a goal. Of course, in the opening game of this series, he recorded a 6-0 shutout. Chernik at center ice. He's checked. Barber and Mikosh go after the puck as well. Clark and Chernik rough it up. Barber goes in, pushes Chernik against the boards, and the two linesmen, Schubert and D'Amico, move in quickly to make sure nothing further develops.
Vachon is playing, it's very hard to conceive of a situation that he can't handle. Not only has he made a couple of outstanding saves so far this evening, but he's got the Czechoslovakian team doing things that they're not normally used to doing, and that is they'll come in with a pretty good chance, but given his success against them in the past, they've decided to wait and try to make the perfect play. And the perfect play very rarely happens, and as a result, a good scoring opportunity is missed.
Back to the action. The puck cleared into the Czechoslovakian zone. Bubla behind his own goal for Czechoslovakia. Watched by Clark. Barber's in to pick up the loose puck. Barber at the side. He's turned around, and back comes number 17, Keuchel, to Halinka. Long pass to Martinet. In over the line. Martinet shot, and Vachon comes out and covers up, holding on for a faceoff. Vachon has certainly been brilliant in the Canada Cup Series. And we have a penalty to Dennis Potvin. Did a little roughing in front of the goal there.
This is another consideration that Team Canada is going to have to keep in mind, and that is penalties. It's one thing to take what is called a good penalty, but there are some unnecessary penalties, such as the one that Potvin took right there, and all it does is put extra pressure on the defense, and given the very hot building that it is, given the lateness of a series, it can tire out a team very badly.
So Team Canada, a man short, Dennis Potvin in the penalty box for elbowing at 9:38 here of the opening period. Bouncing puck cleared in, but Orr slaps it down the ice, and backboard for Czechoslovakia is Bubla. Leaves it there for Hlinka, number 21, rounding up behind his own goal, coming to the blue line, has trouble with it, but Martinez carries on. Martinez pass to Hlinka, knocked down by Sittler, and Orr goes behind his own goal. Off the board, bounces to center ice. A race for it. Sittler gets there first and clears it down the ice. Canada has yet to have a power play goal scored against them. They've killed off 22 penalty situations in the Canada Cup Series, and now they're facing their 23rd man short situation with Dennis Potvin off, and he has 1:09 remaining in his penalty. Bubla into the corner. Hlinka had trouble with it. Bubla keeps it in, though, and Robinson tries to get it out, fails. On the far side, Keuchel leaves it there. There's a shot, bouncing in front, and Larry Robinson goes after it. Robinson just clears it down the ice as he finds an opening, and Vladimir Zarilla out of the net leaves it there for Keuchel. Ilan Keuchel, number 17 for Czechoslovakia, gives it to Halupa. Back to Peter Stastny. Stastny at center. In over the Team Canada line, gets by Robinson, leaves the puck behind, though. Scrambled for it. Stastny goes up against the boards with Robinson. They try to hold it there. Stastny clears it against the boards and gets a number 18 shot, and it hits Robinson, Lapointe rather, knocked down by Borjak. Here's Stastny, a long shot wide of the net, and it comes outside the blue line. Ilan Halupa to Borjak. Returns it on the far side. Canada 2. Czechoslovakia no score. And we have 8 minutes and 25 seconds remaining in the opening period. And Dennis Potvin returns to the ice. Canada back at full strength. Borjak, long pass on the far side. Stastny backhands it right to the Team Canada zone where Vachon stopped it at the side of the net. Lapointe at his home blue line for Canada. Up to center to Barber. And he runs into Borjak, who takes it into the corner. Ahead now to Pozar. Pozar of Czechoslovakia to Peter Stastny. Stastny, a long pass. Here's a chance for Marian Stastny into the corner. Oh, and he's taken hard against the board. Paul runs into Peter Stastny. Halupa clears it in and intercepted again as Team Canada's Guy Lapointe gives it to Gilbert Perreault. Perreault, number 11, up the right wing side, runs into a check, gets it again over the line. Here's Bobby Hull, shot! Oh, and what a stop by Zarilla as he got his glove on it. Out to center. Marian Stastny couldn't get it. Gets another chance at it. Overskates it, Perreault with Bobby Hull. Taken by Stastny, back to Halupa. Czechoslovakia inside their own blue line. 7 minutes and 11 seconds. Here's Bobby Hull in with Perreault. Perreault back to the honest shot, and it goes wide. Savard races in, keeps it inside the line. Chernik to Halupa. Check by Potvin. Bouncing puck in front, and Chernik of Czechoslovakia. Ahead to Augusta. Augusta drops it back. He goes in over the line. Hull runs into the Czechoslovakian player, and Marcel Dion to Bobby Orr. Orr gets to center, has trouble with it, but then clears it off the board, where it's taken by Pospisil and Ovi. Ahead to Chernik, in over the line, and it's offside as Augusta was in on the left side. This is Canada Cup 76 on CTV. 6 minutes and 36 seconds remain here in the opening period. Canada 2, Czechoslovakia no score, and statistician Ron Andrews of the NHL points out that they've split 12 shots up to this point. Canada and Czechoslovakia each with 6 shots apiece on goal. Guy Lafleur off the board. Goes in behind the net to Mikosh, watched by Esposito. Gets it ahead to Novi, to Chernik, number 14. Chernik is checked by Peter Mahavlich. Esposito helps out, and it goes back into the Czechoslovakia zone. Pospisil over on the far side to Augusta. He lets it go, and Potvin breaks up the rush. Clears it to Esposito on the far side with Pospisil. Novi runs into Dennis Potvin. Puck is loose and finally cleared down the ice. Canada and Czechoslovakia, 6 shots each on goal, and shots in the direction of the goal at the net. Czechoslovakia has had 13 shots at the goal, and Canada 12. The all-important statistic, though, Canada leading 2-0 with 5 minutes and 39 seconds remaining. Martinez in over the line. Runs into Lapointe, gets it back. Here's Mikos winding up in front. He's checked at the last moment, and it's taken by Martinez. His shot is knocked down. Esposito. Too far for Lafleur. Pospisil gives it now to Mikos. In over the line, then drops it all the way back. Here's Guy Lafleur and Pospisil fighting for possession. Puck goes loose. Peter Mahavlich knocks it in. And it's back to the goaltender, Zarilla. Vladimir Zarilla has trouble in front of his net. Almost lost it to Esposito. Martinez. Ivan Hlinka in over the line. Hlinka, number 21, gets a long shot. Vachon has no trouble with that. Clears it off. Martinez gets another shot. Lapointe stops it. Martinez steals the puck into the corner. Clearing pass in front. Back to Keuchel. Keuchel to Hlinka. He's checked by Dennis Potvin, and it's Phil Esposito. 4 minutes and 42 seconds remain. Here in the opening period, it's icing against Team Canada as the puck comes all the way over into the Czechoslovakian zone. And that's the first time Canada has iced the puck in the game. In fact, it's the first icing by either side.
The player that is going to have to play better if the Czechs are going to come back in this game is Ivan Hlinka, who may be their best individual hockey player and yet has not been a factor in this series or in the latter part of the tournament.
Bublé center to Martinez. He just clears it into the Team Canada zone. Lanny McDonald, number 12, with the white helmet, leaves it there for Bobby Orr. Orr to Robinson. Back come Team Canada. Gainey on the left side. A long clearing pass into the corner. And it's going to be off. Icing against Team Canada as he was on his own side of the red center line. Orr questioning John D'Amico, the linesman, but he was just inside his own side of the center red line. 4 minutes and 19 seconds remain in the opening period. Canada 2 and Czechoslovakia no score. Face off to the left of Rogie Vachon. Sittler against Peter Stastny, and it's taken by Robinson. Robinson to McDonald. He's knocked down by Vorjak, and Robinson has it on the far side. Kozar runs into Darryl Sittler. Scramble for the puck, taken by Lanny McDonald. His shot, and Zarilla stops that. Bob Gainey slaps at the puck, can't get a good shot. Robinson tries. Zarilla takes it off the boards to Halupa. Halupa to Vorjak. Back come Czechoslovakia, led by Puzar. In over the line, squeezed out of the play by Gainey. There'll be a penalty to Bob Gainey as Ovi Alberg picks him up for an infraction. This is Canada Cup 76 on CTV. Bob Gainey in the penalty box for hooking at 16:15 here of the opening period. Face-off will be to the right of Rogie Vachon, who is just adjusting his mask.
There's the penalty. Gainey hooking the Czechoslovakian player, as he goes down the left side.
And there's Gainey in the penalty box, so Czechoslovakia trailing 2-0 will have the power play advantage. And the face-off in the Team Canada zone. Potvin takes it right from the draw, gives it to Barber, who slaps it outside the line to Vorjak now. Here's Peter Stastny for Czechoslovakia, circling around center ice, drops it back. In over the line comes Vorjak. Vorjak scoops it off into the corner, goes after it, watched by Lapointe, taken out of the play. Stastny behind the net. And his pass goes to Barber, who backhands it down the ice. Vladimir Zarilla, who came in early in the game to replace starting goaltender Holacek. Up ahead now to Puzar. He's stumped. Out to center. Peter Stastny drops it back. In over the line. A backhand shot. And juggled but grabbed by Rogie Vachon. The telecast of this game is presented solely for the interest of our viewers under copyright of Canada Cup of Hockey 76. Any use of this telecast without the express consent of Canada Cup of Hockey 76 is prohibited. 1 minute, 18 seconds remaining in the penalty to Gainey.
Bill Barber, I think, really almost missed Posar, but the effect was the same, and Posar had to go to great lengths and heights, really, in order to avoid that check, and thus was very successful.
Face off to the right of Vachon, comes back to Pospisil. Out there on the blue line with Mikosh, just clears it off the boards. Orr is turned around. Pospisil gets it again, and it's knocked down by Bobby Clark. Out to center, Clark with Barber, just backhands it into the Czechoslovakian zone with exactly 1 minute remaining in the penalty to Gainey. Canada 2, Czechoslovakia no score. Pospisil in over the line to Novi, and it's broken up by Robinson, and Czechoslovakia forced to regroup. On the far side, Stachny knocked down. Orr scrambling for the puck. Or that's Augusta with Orr, and they managed to get a face-off.
One thing I find amazing is while the Czechs are known to have a very good power play, while they are known to move the puck around very well, and theoretically with a power play there always is an open man, they've been notoriously unsuccessful on their power plays, not only against Team Canada, but also throughout the rest of this series.
On the face-off, the puck taken to center. Pospisil, number 7, with 2 minutes and 22 seconds remaining in the